drifted in black, with a spliff of that black getting lifted out back. Ballistic with it, sounding like the spitting from Mac, and living the fact that y'all average niggas is whack. Trimming the fat with the utmost ferocity, cause most of y'all cats sound bougie and posthumous. Low velocity, but stomp blocks louder. Give hardcore heads something to really be proud of. I vow to keep my talk out of the frame tearing, and when I talk you hearing uptown New York. Timberland wearing, so rugged as the walk, stay cunningly intriguing like a road with a fork. I roll with the force of mountainside avalanches, oblivious to cruise when I make advances. Don't be playing with these unpredictable chances. The thin line for the love and hate that romance is.
I represent intellectual violence. I represent intellectual violence. I represent intellectual violence. I represent intellectual violence.
Occasionally shit just happens at the right time, like when I excite rhymes to dance on a track. Mr. Bojangles style, known for the tap. React, get your jaw done. My hand skills awesome. Even more dumb than heads that sit in the back of the classroom, sleep, staying blind to the fact. I rhyme with the knack of hostility in the night. Black Carhartt hoodie with the strings pulled tight.
The fluid dynamics of the composed dimensions is parallel to audio technical discrepancy.
Break your style down straight with no chase.
Catch these acme anvils falling from out of nowhere. The dotted line made causing you to fold there. Direct relation to neighborhoods you don't go near. Hug the block with no fear of what lurks in the alley. To go against the grain is what my terrain style be. For all conditions geared with the North Face finale. I speak to rally and ruckus. Be cautious, have you clenching your midsection, spitting nauseous. Extreme forces get held in my grips. Whirlwinds formulating right scripts. Situations become erroneously flipped to the point where destruction becomes my main function. Ain't it the pits how I come to orchestrate the gear shift of tenacity at an awesome rate? Huh? Smacking you punks up socially. Low, nigga, who you thought it was supposed to be?
I represent intellectual violence. I represent intellectual violence. I represent intellectual violence.
Yo, Low, light the Dutch or put weed in the bong. Let's black out until we feel like Cheech and Chong.
Hey, yo, I'm 2 steps ahead of you, but it ain't no bong. Just the Dutch and some instrumentals or songs. You could start taking the seeds
Give it
out.
here, let's put it in the air and get the effect of the greenhouse. And don't start steaming, 2 pulls and pads. Try to make it last, watch where you pluck the ass.
Oh, true, my bad. Pass the ashtray. Wouldn't want to make the same mistake as the last day. Damn near burned up my bed sheets and bureau. I was off out somewhere like Fearless
True,
Bureau.
the chronic is on you out if you a steady user. Send you on more adventures than Slick Rick the Ruler. Fat, ugly broad, you'll stick dick to her. Tape a whack tracks and you still spit to them. Matter of fact, where them beats at?
Right here where the weed was at. You know I got the MD with beat stack. I'ma sit back, recline, inhale, take a breath. Hold it for a sec, let it fill up my chest.
Hey yo, which instrumental on here is the best?
3, 4, nah, 6. Yeah, 6 reminds me of that haze right there.
Okay, the 6th the one that gets played here. So high up.
Way after the first pull hitting buzz, I'm feeling like a bad situation does. As the bass in the track, lugs behind the drum, seeing visions of MCs saying shit I refrain from. I leave numb blocks in the radius locally. You wouldn't want to be sidewinded approaching
A couple
me.
deep hard pulls of that potency, and we pretty much got this in the bag like groceries. I know you heard of me, it's that verbal criminal. State of emergency declared, call the Surgeon General.
Oh, you taking it there, alright. Take these literal orchestrations, operate like killing cereal. Get more more than your feelings hurt up by the imperial.
Whether 3D, closed caption, or live in stereo, I'ma make these clowns hear me loud and clear. My classic sound is gonna last 1,000 years. Ain't no getting rid of me. My direct delivery's like high-tech artillery when fired at an enemy.
Whole lot, punk, can never be a friend of me. I'm breaking down your parallel symmetry. I spark the Buddha, intruder like tendencies.
Giving off that under the influence kind of energy.
Word. Past us, yeah, this joint right here just sounds like a cloud of that crispy green mixed with Hershey brown. I'm thirsty now, the Cottonmouth Bandit. Burn the L by the rhythm one-handed. Chrome amplifying devices get commanded. On weekends I get blitzed and crunk like some fans get. I'm the man with the C&I dog.
Blind, need walking sticks to guide me as I walk. A lot of words develop when the herb will fill up the lungs. Have me coughing till I get the urge to spit up.
Somebody told me that you couldn't rip shit up.
What?
Let them know how you spit the toe to toe.
I tell you what, whoever told you that, go get him. Then look at how he looks after the flows hit him. Baffled, confused, battered and bruised. Sending him back to his crew with the shattering news. Like, guess what? That kid 7 that I fronted on, he's no joke. High would take every one of us on. Slay a tiny squad in your damn brigade. Styles explosive like pipe bombs and hand grenades.
Up and smoke to let the bullshit fade. Yo, sway, roll the rest of that good shit out.
Nigga, you late. I already split the Dutch. You just make sure that indica is nicely crushed. Yo, I'm highed up. Highed up. Bring it back. Highed up. What? Nigga, highed up. Steaming? Let's stop playing, B. So highed up. Look who's steaming now, nigga. Look who's steaming now, B. These lungs ain't that deep to be taking all that smoke. Slow down.
Damn, I'ma start this shit. Dear Eve, hey, how have you? Here go. Peace. Peace, what's up? How have you been? I know, what a shitty way to treat a friend. And you're right, long time no hear from. But please don't hold it against me. Miss me? Funny thing happened on my way to work today. I passed by that sand park where we used to play and couldn't help but think back to seesaw rides, playing on the swings and kissing bottom slides. Remember that day you blew the sand out my eyes? Remember that day we shared the Mickey D fries? I remember your attitude and sassy talk. And you know I definitely remember your walk. Them cute ass dimples with your pigtail do. The way you held down the block with your all-girl crew. She likes me not, she likes me. I remember both liking Italian ices, running through the sprinklers, chasing each other, getting into trouble. By the way, how's your mother? I remember park benches in that place where we sat, carving our names with a heart around exact. Valentine's Day, the first time we cut school, spending all day loving in your parents' room. I'd love for us to visit the park together, but it's been so long, I'll probably get a return letter. Do you remember way back when?
Do you remember that day back when?
You remember?
I remember, you remember?
I remember
sitting here with this letter I'm about to send.
Do you remember way back when?
Do you remember that day back when?
You remember?
I remember, you remember?
I remember
sitting here with this letter I'm about to send. On a warm summer day in downtown Brooklyn, young Earth eating fries, watching the ghetto children. Always hoping you would come around my way as I sit on the front stoop and watch the other kids play. Hopscotch, double dutch, off the wall and jacks. Warmth of the sun rays got me relaxed. Aroma of the french fries match a dope flavor. Enjoyed every bite, the taste I savored. Then you came around, the boy I favored. These memories so vivid, I had to write you this letter. I remember so clearly what you wore that day. White Antigua shirt, blue jeans and Pumas gray. Perfect little afro, a pick with the fist. Got the scent of Indian hemp and bubblicious. Perfect smile, perfect face, favorite perfect hair. When you sat down next to me, I just smiled and stared. You asked me for some fries, which I never ever shared, but I passed them over to you as I started to blush. The day I shared my french fries with my first crush.
Do you remember way back when?
Do you remember that day back when?
You remember?
I remember, you remember?
I remember
sitting here with this letter I'm about to send.
Do you remember way back when?
Do you remember that day back when?
You remember?
I remember, you remember?
I remember
sitting here with this letter I'm about to send.
Do you remember way back way back when?
Do you remember that day back when?
You remember?
I remember, you remember?
I remember sitting here with this letter I'm about to send. Do you remember way back when?
Do you remember that day back when?
You remember?
I remember, you remember?
I remember sitting here with this letter I'm about to send.